think I've got everything connected now. Absolutely everything. I've dropped the seat back in again because I'm getting ready really to bleed these brakes through. So I think we're going to put the Brave trousers on and we're going to connect the battery up. No spark, always a good sign. Right, basic electrics. Yep, lights work. Woohoo! Ignition key bong works. I'll be getting ignition. I've disconnected the ABS pump because there's no brake fluid in at the moment. Excellent. That's good news. Wipers. Bastard. We'll come back to wipers. Let's go for lights. Yep. Flash. Beam. Lights off. Flash. Which is good. Horns working. Mirrors. Right, passenger side mirror's working. Well, it's working on the up and down. It's not working on the side to sides. Let's double check that. Driver's side works on all four. B-Day. I couldn't tell you if the wiper's working or not. No, the wiper's not working. Oh, I wonder if it's because the interior lights are on. Interior light, I remember this problem before. Rear wiper won't work if the interior lights are on because it won't know if the tailgate's open or not. So I'll check that in a minute. Let's have a look at that wiper because that's just going to annoy the crap out of me. Then I'm going to, in fact, what we can do now is we can test the central locking now, couldn't we? So, does it lock on both sides? Fucking does. Beautiful. And unlocks on both sides. Nice and positive action on that other one over there. That's good because I can put that door card back on now. Look how much nicer that is. None of this wobbling around like a dick in a bucket anymore. SRS light didn't come on either, which is good. I mean, I disconnected everything after the battery was disconnected, then put everything back together after I reconnected the battery. Want to find out what this fucker's squeaking though. Why are you squeaking? Hopefully it's not the spindles. Hopefully it's one of these shafts here. In which case we'll fix it. I mean, it's unlikely you'll hear it above the sound of the venerable 300 TDI, but it's just not really cricket, is it? Right, it needs to have ignition on. See if I can get another rack for it. It's not brilliant, is it? I'll get my stethoscope on it and find out if it's that one that's squeaking. We've got all the power back on. Does that window work? Yeah, that window works. Which is good. Seat heater switch is on. I think we might turn that wiper off. It's going to drive me up the fucking wall, I'm afraid. Does the part work? Yes, the part works. Okay, that's good. Right. So what I need to do here is work out if it's that one that's squeaking. And if it is, I might have to get another spindle. I suspect it is that that's squeaking because there's so much fucking play in it. It might be that when the wiper's on it, it doesn't. But I don't know. This is the hole on it, so I can probably add some more lube in there and see what happens. But yes, I think. Other than that, everything went back together tidily. All the lights and everything have gone in at the front. Bonnet catch has gone back in again, along with the pipeline. Secured the heater box. Should have 2 rubber bungs on the underside of it, which I couldn't find, so I put a couple of bolts in there with a bit of rubber underneath it. So it's nice and secure. And the only reason the washers aren't working, apart from the fact the bonnet's not fitted, is because I've not worked out which pump is which yet. Just because I couldn't be bothered. Right. And this door card can go back on again. Look at that. Works beautifully. Perfect. And that's pretty much exactly where it wants to be as well. Beginner's luck, folks. Beginner's luck. That wasn't. Didn't that shut nicely? Nope. Did that time. Right. It's been a long project, this one. Longer than it was supposed to be. It's going to need a damn good clean as well. Brakes bleed next. What have we got here? Tailgate and bumper. Tailgate keeps popping open. Refit EAS. Rear fledge. So I've got these ones up here that still need to be done. Front passenger. Central door locking not working. Fixed. Crossed off. Let's get a pen. Let's get the pen of victory. Oh! Oh, the pencil of victory. There we are. That one will do. Front passenger. Central locking not working. Near side. Front inner wing body mount needs replacing. Replace inner door seal angle pieces on both sides and reattach outer door sill covers. Right, I just still need to do that. Anything else you think needs doing? Yes, replace the left-hand front inner wing and extensive welding to the footwell and bulkhead. Repeat for right-hand side. Steering pulls to left. I think that's going to be either the absolutely shagged out steering damper, which I took off. I've got another one to go on. Or there's a possibility that the crossed over brake lines, which I can't confirm, was a pre-existing fault. It could well be that in all my work over here, I've crossed them over, but they're definitely not crossed over now. So steering pulls to left, to be confirmed. Steering death rattle, I'm fairly sure we've sorted out. Passenger door lock, crossed out. Tailgate pops open, rear bumper, left-hand rear door sticking. And bonnet fouls the deck panel. Not anymore. Well, there's no bonnet on it. There's no deck panel on it either. No. Right, and I think I've connected everything up that needs connecting up. So, which is good news. So I'm going to look through this wiper and I'm going to come back and let you know what it was. Because otherwise, I can't have the radio on, you see, because I'll end up copyright strikes and shite. You know what I mean? And I've got to put the front mounting rubbers on as well. Not done those yet either. And I've got a small box of bits and bolts to go back on. That was dead easy. It was that one down there, squeaking away. So I've taken it apart, lubed the fuck out of it. I've done the same thing with the other two on here as well. And that's operating quite sweetly. happy enough, didn't they? Right, I'm going to put this deck back on. I just want to I'm going to clean out some of the crap from this area, and I'm just going to spray some Dinatrol or Dynex or whatever I can find in here. Built Hamber. What am I going to spray in there, Richard? Should we make up our mind now? Should we use this? What's this one? This is an underbody. Actually, that'll probably do the job, wouldn't it? Because it's an anti-corrosion wax, firm anti-corrosion wax. It'll do for the under deck area. That can go off now. Dunny Muck bloody done face. Yeah, and then the deck can go back on. I think. Don't see anything else that I will want to do under here. I think that is pretty much it. Just check the area for spanners. No. Oh, here I am. And that everything is in place. The connectors for the heated screen are all in place, etc, etc, etc. That's all good. Right, cracking on with that then. Quickly show you good folk how it is I put these deck panels on. This one's on now. Well, it's not on, but it's heading in the right direction. So what I do, put my nice scaffold bar over one of the hinges and just ratchet strap round the front panel. There's no real, well, there is load to it, but not excessive load. Then when I push the other hinge down, I can get the panel roughly into the right sort of location. Now what I'm going to have to do is get a lollipop stick down the back here, in order that I can push the deck panel one-handed down and into place. And it should go down now, he says. It will go down. It's going to need two hands really, and I'm doing it with one hand. So let me crack on with that, but that's roughly how I do it there. Once the hinge, like that one, has gone past the lip here, then you're out of danger as far as the hinges are concerned. So, I don't know, if you want to stand over there, can you see? I don't know if you can see. Let's do it with a try. See? Can we see? Yes, we can see. Right, so now having done that, what I really want to do is to push down in the middle and push back against this seal here, and it seems to be the wiper spindle is not allowing the dick to go down all the way. It's because the wiper spindle's moved. Right, okay. Let's take the deck off again, and I can show you how I do it from scratch, can't I? So by levering this right the way down, I can lift the deck into an upright position and take this side off also, so it's off the wiper spindles. Release my zip tie, take your scaffold bar out, and then the deck almost comes off. The deck then comes out. Okay, now I want to sort this out then. Why is that not going down? Oh, I see, it's because of the weld on there. Let me tidy up this edge, get this rubber to seat down properly, because that's why it's not going down. And then I'll put the deck on. That's better. That was sitting up here like that for some reason, probably because I had just lubed everything up. Anyway, it's going down all the way now. So let me reposition you back over here again. I'm going to try it again. It's just going to stand up now. Why aren't you not fucking standing up? There you are standing up. Okie dokie. Right, let's do it again. So now I've got that in the right place. This is how you get the deck on. So first and foremost, position it over the springs. Thus, don't worry about going too far, don't need to. Really don't need to. Then, find yourself a handy scaffold bar. That's over there, standing next to my car. Hello, car. Position the scaffold bar on one hinge. And pull the hinge down whilst locating the wiper spindle, and then use ratchet strap around front panel. Clank, 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 clank. And then pushing down on other hinge, locate deck down, and locate deck down, and it is going. Still might be a bit on the high side of this. I don't know why though. Hang about a second. I've sussed it. There's a block of rubber in there. Silly arse. Right, let me get the block of rubber out. In fact, I'm going to have to take this deck off again because the block of rubber is in the wrong fucking place. Right, so we're back again to square one. The reason the deck didn't want to go down here, look, there's a block of rubber there that's got caught above the wiper. And I don't know where that's supposed to sit. On the other side, it sits up here somewhere. But again, maybe it just goes up there. The screen rubber's very tight. Let me try it without it. Because as you can see, it's fairly easy to pop on and off. At least we understand now the two issues. So we're going back into the springs and onto the wiper spindle here, and then bring back, push this hinge down and onto that wiper spindle, but also want it to go underneath the rubber, and that's not going underneath the rubber now. These things are fucking pain in the ass, they really are. Right, okay, that's done that. It's when you swear at them, you see, they comply. Right, and now that is going to go down. What it needs is something to lift the rubber up with. Oh, a lollipop stick would do the job. La 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 la. Move another inch. There we go. That's more or less in. Just running that stick up and down the screen rubber has got that in. Now, what I need to establish next is what the fuck's going on with that other block. Right, it fits, which is good. Now, probably wants to go somewhere around here, just because I'd imagine it's to stop that flex there. So let's lift it off again. It's really not difficult. Oh, just fucking heavy. Right, so that can go there. And now, because these are different, you see, to the hard dash cars. It's probably one of these things where the block wanted to go in before. I don't think that's going to go in there, you know. So it goes up and under here. Might have to loosen the fucking wiper rack in order to get that in. There's a small conundrum. We want lighting with light. Oh, I've got lighting with light face on my head. Except lighting with light face has gone flat. Lighting with light face needs to be charged up. Let's get another lighting with light face. That's what we'll do. No, I ain't going to go under there. I'll tell you that for nothing. I can see the stick actually went there originally. I can see where it's stuck onto the car. But why on earth would it have gone there? It's not right. Oh, hang on a second. Does it go up here? Because that will work. Yes, I think. Well, let's try that. 90 like basically come off. Decking the deck face. And go back. That wiper spindle through. And then that wiper spindle through. Oh, how weird. Like a bonnet plunger just popped off. Wonder if the hinge did that when I pushed it down. I'll soon fix that. Oh, there it is down there. Right, well, it's not gone far. Pissing thing. Right, let's see. Where's my lolly stick gone? Anyone see where I put the lolly stick? Fuck's sake, Richard. Welcome to the insanity. That is my insanity. There we go. And pull the deck this way a little bit so that it lines up with the bolt holes. And it does. And the hinge is lined up. And this is lined up. That's lined up, that's lined up. I think once this is all screwed down, it's going to be fine, but there's a hulking great gap there, isn't there? And I don't know why. Oh, let's do it 18 times. I'm wondering if the deck has actually got a small indentation there. If the block's there. Right, let's try it the 97th time. Take 900. Richard being a dick. Hinge is out, but the rubber is not. What basically happens is the 927th time you do this, you get tired. If I had another pole, then I could do both hinges at the same time, but where was the fun in that be? There we go. Oh, that's better. Right, that's better. I've got the seat there now. Right, and we'll push this side back. With my lolly stick that I left over there. You can understand how it takes me 4 hours to do a job like this, can't you? Perfect. Right, that is now going to get screwed down. So what I can do now is release the tension on the bonnet hinge and take my pole off, like Valenska. Apologies for any poles out there. Right, and then take my ratchet strap off. That can go away as well. That's how you get the deck on and off 18 times. Those big scratches, by the way, these weren't to do with me. That's because the bonnet was badly adjusted, so I'm going to adjust the bonnet such that it doesn't need that level of tightening. I don't know why they were like that, but they were. Right, so the seal now sits nicely along that edge. Feels smooth. Right, fixings next. And this is always fun, but you don't need to watch me shouting at this thing doing the fixings. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Haven't videoed a huge amount, but I have been going around reassembling, putting everything back together, doing those finishing touches on the car. Bred the brakes through today. I need to put that needs to go back in the car because there's a good couple of kilos of rusty steel there. Bled the brakes through today, and the only slight issue I had, there are two holes on the brake pedal, and they're very, very, very close to each other. And because access is terrible on these Softdashes, I actually had the pin through the wrong hole for now. There's two holes. They're kind of like diagonal to each other. You want the upper hole. Says in the manual, make sure it's in the upper hole. And we were able to identify this really quickly because pressing the brake pedal down with the easy bleed and everything attached, but pressing the brake pedal down was having absolutely no effect whatsoever on bleeding the fluid through the modulator. So as soon as I chose the correct hole on the brake pedal, of course then everything started working fine. That's my only real gotcha. Follow the manual to the letter on bleeding the brakes on these ABS systems. It's not difficult. Really not difficult. That said, from a completely empty system to a bled system working, I used nearly 2 litres of brake fluid. Now, I kind of the stuff that came out of the other end, which I dumped into my brake fluid waste bucket down here, probably just over half a litre came out. So there's about 1 point something litres of brake fluid in the system. So yeah, don't think you can do this with half a litre of fluid. It needs a lot. But yes, everything works. Pump works. ABS is working. Nice solid pedal. Really nice. Happy. New air filter's gone in. Put this together tomorrow. Wheels can go back on. Can come off the stands.